Bacon. Hi, my loves. Peace, peace, peace. Welcome, beautiful souls, to All Things Mastery Live. I am your host, mentor, and self mastery educator, Venus Scott. And here we talk all things mastery so you can learn how to master yourself and master your reality. What does that really mean? The core concept and what I teach is shifting your identity so you can experience more money, you can experience more romantic love, healthy love, regardless of the type of relationship, and definitely more aligned opportunities. And so today is no different. So infinite gratitude for you showing up, being here. Feel free to engage. I love engaging with you all. I love reading your comments and seeing your perspectives. I would definitely respond back to you because I want to let you know that I am entirely grateful for you spending time with me. Hi, Auntie Buffy. How are you? And so today is no different. I hope that you enjoy the live and get something from it. We're going to be talking about the poverty mindset. Why is this important? How many of you know that not only does your subconscious and your unconscious shape your reality, shape the experiences that you have, your identity plays a huge part in that. And the way your identity is formed, the bulk of that comes from values. Okay. And so we're going to be talking a little bit about values, but I mainly wanted to focus on the poverty mindset so we can clear up some misconceptions and we can help a lot of beautiful souls get free. Okay, I really want to help you. And so here we focus on the solutions by bringing awareness to the challenges, the issues, the problems, the obstacles and blocks that many of us are experiencing, because it is literally impossible for you to change anything if you're not aware what you need to change. Not only that you haven't accepted it. So I appreciate you here. Make sure you tap the screen, share the live. If you are not supporting me by following, please hit that follow button up there. I don't like the follow button, but if you are not supporting me, hit that link right there. And feel free to share this live out to at least 3 people so they can also get the message, because you never know the state of a person. You never know who may want to or need to hear an encouraging word or some deeper understanding. So we're going to get into it. And I always like to begin with a question so we can get into the vibe. So peace. Before we do that, peace to my YT family, welcome in. Peace to my FB family, welcome in. And definitely peace to my TikTok family. Okay, the center of my heart. This is where I spend most of my time. So peace, you all. So I always like to begin with a question, okay? And often if you're hearing this live, you are often going to hear me repeat myself. Why? Because repetition builds retention. The more you repeat words, phrases, concepts, the more you even write down in your journals and different things like that, whatever technique you're using to affirm, either verbally, audibly, within your head silently, or you're writing it down. The longer you repeat something, the more you retain it. And so I know one of the blocks that is repelling a lot of what we want, i.e. the consistent money flow, creating not even different streams of income for most of us. A lot of us just need a consistent income in which we don't have to be stressed out because of the first is coming around a month. So we're going to be talking about those blocks today. We're going to be talking about the poverty mindset and definitely clearing up some misconceptions, because some of you do not understand that poverty doesn't always equate to a lack of money. So the more you understand, the more you can elevate, the more you can grow, the more you can do what? SHIFT, shift the state of your being, shift the state of your mind, shift the state of your nervous system, right? Because we want to welcome all the things that we want, right? We know we want better opportunities, aligned opportunities. We know we want to start businesses. Many of us want to scale a business that are already in business. Many of us want to redefine who we are. Many of us want to figure out our purpose. Many of us have spent so many years tied to the titles that we hold, the positions that we hold, i.e. the mother, the father, the sibling, the niece, the auntie, the grandma, the uncles, the cousins, the co-worker, the friends. And so because we've been operating with these with our current identities, a lot of us don't know that shifting your identity is one of the prerequisites for you to step into your new experience. So all of the money that you can have, all of the aligned opportunities that you can have, all of the pleasures and the abundance of all things you actually want to experience is absolutely possible. However, you cannot do that from a limited state of mind, a limited state of being. You cannot do that while still maintaining all of the characteristics and the energies and frequencies of what the same identity. So a lot of the topics that we're going to discuss speaks to your current identity, which is predicated on the past identity. Is that okay with you? Can I teach now? Put a 1 in the comment section if I can teach. Do you welcome me to teach? Do you welcome me? Hi, Loyu. How are you, beautiful? How is your day so far? Infinite gratitude. Sierra, how are you, my love? Infinite gratitude. Mickey, how you doing, beautiful? I see the ones coming in. Big Chef Mickey. I see the ones. Jazzy Jazz. I see the ones. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I'm all about permission, okay? I'm all about permission, except for when I'm called to step on some toes, okay? Not to hurt you, just to make you say, ouch, okay? You need to pay attention. So I'd like to thank you so much for welcoming the teachers from me. I'm glad you're doing fine. I'm absolutely wonderful. Infinite gratitude, Jazzy Jazz. Make sure you are grabbing your daily heartbeat. That helps the channel to grow. That helps this message to reach more beautiful souls, because the more of us grow, the more of us grow. Ashe, double entendre. So let's begin with the question. I love asking questions, and make sure you engage. Okay. Well, it's not really a question. It is a statement. It is a very profound statement. And I'm sure many of you have heard of it. Right? So when it comes to things, people, places that you want to experience, I need us to understand that we don't get what we want simply because we want it. That means just because we're speaking something that we want into existence, even though we are affirming, even though we are positive, even though we are meditating, those are not those are not the only things that is going to bring your hopes, your desires, your goals into fruition. For those of us who finally want to heal, because we have been healing for the last 5, 10, 30 plus years, okay? So all of the teachings and techniques that I'm going to be teaching you, okay, are proven frameworks, okay? And they will enable you to accelerate your goals, accelerate your healing, okay? Accelerate your journey, okay? So that statement, infinite gratitude, my love. So that statement, you don't get what you want, you get who you are, okay? And I know a lot of us have heard that. However, if you do not understand something, you're going to misinterpret the actual meaning. And if you misinterpret the deeper truth, the deeper meaning of something, how can you then work on changing it? It's just like how they used to teach us in school, right? When we had English class and we was working on comprehension. This is how a lot of infinite gratitude, this is how a lot of conflicts get started. This is how a lot of arguments get started by the 2 parties or 3 parties, whoever is involved. When people are speaking, oftentimes because we lack comprehension skills, we lack understanding, we in turn hear what we want to hear, not what the person actually said. And it's not only the counterpart who is misunderstanding. Both people, the interpreter can be misunderstanding what the interpreter, what's being interpreted, and what's being interpreted can also be misinterpreted from the individual. So not only understanding the words that are being used via our conversation, having a level of comprehension to where you can understand what you're saying, what the other person's saying, you can begin to work on these things. Okay, so so understanding, understanding, overstanding is incredibly important. So I want us to think about this. Think about this for a moment. How many times have we said we wanted more money? Put a 1 in the comment section. I know this used to be me. I want more money. I want to, at the time, it's like, I want to be rich. I want to be wealthy, right? How many times have you said, I want to be in a healthy romantic relationship, right? Many of us, I see the ones, Jazzy, Big Chef, Queen, Mickey, I see the ones, right? And this is where I'm currently at right there. In this season, while I'm rediscovering Venus authentically, while myself is why I myself is in the process of shifting my identity, right? So I myself has said and are still saying some of these things. I want to be in a healthy romantic relationship. Luna, how are you, my love? Infinite gratitude for the support follow. So I want to be in a healthy relationship, a healthy romantic relationship, right? I don't necessarily am looking for a whole bunch of new friends because I have really, really good supportive friends in my life. However, I'm at this stage now where the children are all gone. I'm rediscovering who Venus is. I'm having such an amazing time doing it. I am living outside of the country for the first time in my life. I'm currently living in Thailand. So I'm exploring and venturing in a lot of new areas. And there are things that I want, much like you all, right? We want to be healthier. We want to be full of vitality, okay? We don't want to be stressed out. We don't want to be broken. We want to be able to enjoy, right? So we want to be able to have sexy time, okay? We want to be able to flirt with our spouse. We want to be able to create healthy bonds and communication and to experience life, especially when we circle the sun enough times, baby, you start to realize that, hey, all the children are gone, the grandchildren are gone, and it's just you. It's okay to want something in your life, and that is a beautiful thing to want and to aspire. And not only that, we want the money, we want the opportunities. A lot of us want to grow businesses, start businesses. However, how many of us also experience taking small steps towards these goals? Some of us want to be authors, right? Some of us are authors that haven't stepped into that author role as of yet. And it seems like for many of us, every time we take like 3 steps forward, sometimes there's a little excitement around it. But then oftentimes it seems like we're being dragged right back into old behaviors, old mindsets, old thinking, surrounding ourselves with the same type of people who we kind of drifted away from for a reason. And all of a sudden we're back in these environments. It feels like we're anchored. What is that anchor? Right? What is that anchor? Infinite gratitude. What is that anchor? Right? I can tell you among the different anchors that is keeping us bound to our path, our current identity, which is predicated upon our old identity. That's what's repelling and stopping many of us from experiencing more consistent money flow, experiencing more healthy love, experiencing more aligned opportunities, right? That's going to enable you to get into position for whatever you want, right, Luna? Ashe, Sierra, I'm investing and making a promise today, Venus. Ashe, invest in you. It is the only way. Because here's something before I get into the lesson, something that is incredibly important, and I always say this to us. I seek and I wish that all of us live life and live life to the fullest, according to what fulfillment means to each and every one of you. However, I would be remiss if I did not mention that a lot of us are very ignorant to the things in which is causing us all the setbacks, causing all the blocks, causing us not to be propelled forward. Right? And I use that word ignorance not to insult you. I use it because all of us is ignorant to a degree. There are still things, many things that I'm ignorant to. However, right? However, when you are serious about you, when you are serious about positioning yourself, aligning yourself to receive, right? Preparing your body and your mind to receive. And oh, that is so beautiful. Infinite gratitude, my love. That was so incredibly beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Sierra. That was so, you kind of threw me off. That was so beautiful. Thank you. I say, thank you so very much. So, my goodness, I lost my train of thought. My train of thought. So peace, Riri, how are you? Welcome in, right? And so a lot of times we don't really understand what we need to do to get ourselves prepared, like our body and our minds prepared to receive. See, it's one thing to think what we want, to speak what we want, to affirm what we want, to meditate on we want. However, if your neurological system isn't filled with a dominant program that is in alignment with what you currently want, it's not going to happen. If your nervous system isn't prepared and welcoming for and feels safe to receive whatever it is you want. So a lot of the times, i.e., let's just hop on love. It is literally impossible for you to be open to receive something, for you to embody something, if your nervous system isn't wired and feels safe to receive. Think about it like this. How many pets or how many children, the little people, because the little people and babies, the little people and pets, animals are more susceptible to the cosmic realm, to the spiritual realm. They are more sensitive to frequency and energy. Little people and pets do not flock to people who have dark spirits, people who have dark auras. They won't come near you. This is why I love when children just embrace me. This is why I love when pets and animals and insects come around me, because it reminds me that I'm doing what I need to do to regulate my nervous system. So these beautiful sentient beings, sentient animals, these beautiful souls, no matter what shape or form they come in, they feel safe enough to come to me, to be with me. A lot of you have a lot of mental fractures, and you have a lot of body fractures. So money doesn't flow to any type of vortex, any type of energy field, auric field, and we are all bioelectromagnetic beings. Infinite gratitude, peace, Rosalind, welcome in. Twin Glock, right? How are you, my love? So just like children won't run to anyone that is dark, money needs to feel safe with you. Love needs to feel safe with you. Opportunities need to know that you're ready to embrace them, right? So we're going to be speaking about a poverty mindset, and we're going to be dispelling some myths, because a lot of you think that poverty is the equivalent to in dealing with money only, and it is not. Okay, so I want to help a lot of us, right? Queen Lynn, how are you, beautiful? So I want to help us because I want you to experience more money. It absolutely pains me sometimes the listening to a lot of our conversations, right? And those of us who are in tune and frequency bearers, frequency transmuters, I can sense past the smiles, past the conversations, past the words that people are speaking, past the actions that they are displaying and the behaviors. And I can tell you right now that a lot of us are broken within. A lot of us are literally at our wits' end. A lot of us are so overwhelmed, we're burnt out, we are so fractured in our minds, in our hearts, and in our bodies. No wonder we cannot experience the fulfilled life that we desire. It's not a matter of if you can, it's a matter of how bad do you want it, because all of these things already exist. Infinite gratitude, my love. Hi, beautiful. Hi, abstract. How are you, my love? So today we're going to be discussing the poverty mindset, right? And so here's the thing. A lot of the reasons as to why we're not experiencing what we desire, it isn't, hear me well, my loves, it isn't because you deserve it or you don't deserve it. That's not it. It's not whether you're worthy or unworthy. It's not the fact that you're trying or the lack thereof. It's not that you don't know what you want. And I understand there's a flip side, okay? There's a flip side to everything. Infinite gratitude, loyalty, right? So we know all of these things. We know what we want. And so the question is, why aren't we experiencing it? It's not because you are worthy. It's not because you are undeserving. It's not because you don't know what you want. Infinite gratitude, my love. Thank you so much, Sierra, right? It is not the fact that you have no desires or no ambitions or no aspirations, right? It's simply the lack of knowing things that you need to know. Miss T, how are you, my love? Infinite gratitude, right? So what does all of these things have in common? Your behaviors, your thoughts, your programs, right? Your frequency, your auric field, your aura. Okay, all of these things have in common. What all these things have in common, excuse me, is your identity. So this is why I am focusing on shift. Somebody put shift in a comment. I want you to make it real. Put shift in a comment section. Put I'm shifting today. I am shifting today. Remember, the more you repeat something, the more it gains retention, the more it becomes embedded in your mind. And what you feed gains power, and what you starve loses its power. And so, this is one of the proven methods and frameworks that I teach from, that I trademark. Feed what you want and starve what you don't. It is an accelerated way to get you to the money faster, to get you to feel, to get you to heal it faster, to get you to the opportunities and experiences that you want faster, in a healthier way. Because I don't teach skipping steps. I teach proven methods that can accelerate in an accurate way, more efficiently, quickly, and effectively, where it works. Okay, Twin Glock, I am shifting today. I am shifting today. Ashe, Loy P, Jazzy Jazz, Queen Lynn. Ashe, Sierra. Ashe, Big Chef Mickey. Shift, yes. Ashe. I need y'all to get this. The smallest steps that you make towards investing in you, pouring into you, using all of the different elements that I'm teaching. What I am committed to, I don't make promises. What I'm committed to telling you is that they work, because this is the way that I receive consistent income flow. I'm not a big person and letting y'all inside my pocket. However, I am more than well off financially. You understand? However, there was a time where I wasn't. There was a time where I was not only broke financially, struggling, just being miserable and getting frustrated and having anxiety every time the first rolled around. Okay. I used to be the one that was toxic, the toxic one in a relationship. I used to be the one that was begging and pleading and crying. I used to be the one that just didn't know what I wanted, where I wanted to be, who I wanted to be with. It was a lot of confusion. I was the one that was operating on autopilot. I knew I had to be a mother regardless. I knew I had 3 children I had to feed regardless. I knew I needed to go find the bacon, find the pig, cut the pig, slice the pig, cook the pig, then clean up. I knew we had to do all of those. And so all of these poor behaviors, every time I repeated it, every time I said it, every time I wrote it, every time I knowingly or unknowingly did it, guess what? That was me unknowingly, subconsciously feeding those very programs. And so there was one point in my life where I just gave up. There was one point in my life where I was in such a dark place. It was so overwhelming. It was like all of my past traumas came crashing down on me. And these are the things that I thought I was healed from. I thought I was healed from the sexual trauma and the abuse. I thought I was healed from running and ripping and running the streets. I thought I was healed from doing my mommy issues and daddy issues. And there was one straw that broke it all. And I got to such a dark place, I wanted to exit. Not only did I want to exit, I attempted to exit. And it was a failed attempt. I'm not going to get into the story because I told it before. However, I say all that to share my transparency, to let you know that I, just like many others who have attempted suicide, have many others who've dealt with the mommy issues and the daddy issues and abandonment issues and the not belonging, feeling like you don't belong anywhere, feeling like you're not wanted, feeling like you just need air and space. And I'm here to tell you, it's been years, probably almost close to 2 decades, where I can't tell you the last time I struggled. I can't tell you the last time I had to call Tasha to pay Tawana and then have to worry about paying Tawanda. Do you understand what I'm saying? I cannot tell you the last time where I was struggling in any areas. And if I can do it, you can do it. So I knew that it was important for me to not only understand all of my traumas and experiences, it was also purpose for me to dive deep and get to the core of all of those traumas, get to the core of why my mental is fractured, get to the core of why my heart and my body and my neurological system and my nervous system was fractured. Because how would I be in this position right now, able to help you transition, able to help effectively and successfully, I might add, okay, pat, absolute confidence. I needed to taste the pain. I needed to taste the depth of the sourness and the bitterness and the suffering until I really understood it to where I embodied it so much that it could not. Infinite gratitude for the gifts, my love. I taste everything before I serve it. So if anything that I ever tell you to do, to practice, to perform, is because I've tasted it, I've digested it, and it's been proven not to be poison. Okay, unlike a lot of these other people who will poison you, okay, for your dollar. All of those things have your identity attached to it. So when it comes down to a poverty mentality, a broken mentality, let's make it real. Because one of the things you need, peace, Sage. How are you, Sage King? How are you, my love? How are you? One of the things you really need to know and get clear on, even though I go more into depth in my personal mentoring session, my 1 month session where I work with you for a month. Okay, we go through all of these different things and the assessments. However, one of the things you need to get really clear on is not only what you want, but you're too wise as to why you want it. You see, there's the surface level why you want more money. There's the surface level why you want more love, romantic love, healthy love, no matter the relationship or connection you desire. There's a reason you want a business or to scale your business or successful business. There's a reason for that. And then there's the surface level reason, and then there's the underlying reason. And what I can tell you for a fact after studying and practicing self-mastery is that a lot of our current wants and needs are being created from a place of lack, from a frequency of lack. A lot of our resiliency, a lot of our ambitions, a lot of our drive, it comes from a poverty mentality. A lot of us want more money because we experienced being broke for far too long and it broke us. A lot of us want to experience healthy love because we've experienced toxic love, not toxic love for so long, not just from significant others, marriages, spouses, from our friends, from our family, right? So a lot of times we're unaware that we're creating from lack, and that's not going to cause those things to be drawn to you. Because what you do not understand, whether you know it or not, like it or not, accept it or not, all of your behaviors, your thoughts, your actions, your ambitions, your current identity, that is the driving force to you experiencing whatever you've experienced, and whatever you're experiencing now stems from a place of lack for the majority of us. So I'm not here to preach and teach and educate fools. I'm not here to preach, teach, educate, mentor individuals who think they know it all, who got it all together. Meanwhile, your life is a lie. I say that with all due respect. Your life is a lie. Miss Octavia, how are you, my love? Fancy keys and things. Hi, twin. Right? Sign, auntie, how are you, my love? I just got my health together. Now I want money and freedom. Ashe, there's definitely an order. Ashe, you're very welcome, my love. So that's one of the things that we do not realize after blocking. And as soon as we become aware of what's blocking us, what's repelling the very same things that already exist, because they already exist. We need to know those things, but how can Think about it. How can you fight what you can't see? Infinite gratitude for those of you who are interested in the services. By the way, if you are interested in working with me or finding out more information on who I am and what I teach and my experience, you can click that orange tab plus service button and fill out a quick form. You don't even have to leave TikTok, and I will send you more information based upon which form you filled out. Okay. So a lot of us, if you want to travel, put I want to travel more in the comment section. If you want more consistent money flow, put that in the comment section. Write it out, make it plain. You are also sending transmitters, which are signals to the universe. Not only to the universe, you're telling your body, this is what we want. This is what we're shifting. We're shifting our nervous system. We're shifting our mental state. We're making ourselves more comfortable by absorbing this information. Put a one in the put in the comment section if you want more vitality, more health. Because what good is it if you get the money? What good is it if you attract the spouse and you're not able to enjoy it because your body is physically weak? Ashe? Ashe? Put in the comment section if you want your life partner. Put it in the comment section if you want to experience more health, more sexy time. Somebody put sexy time in the comment for me, okay? Because that is one of my top goals right now, okay? I want to experience more sexy time. Sexy time is important. You understanding your sensuality and sexuality is incredibly important. In fact, it is one of your superpowers, but a lot of us don't even understand that because we have too many coaches, gurus, and misguided fools teaching people that femininity means speaking in a melancholy way, speaking softly, wearing a certain type of clothing, walking a certain type of way, all for what? A man and not yourself. It should always be for you too. I'm starting a profitable business if that's you, or I'm scaling my business if that's you. Ashe? Okay, we need to admit, yes. So first we need to, and especially my beautiful ladies, my beautiful divine goddesses, Ashe, we are the non-ether, we are the womb, we are the portal, we are the nurture, we are the vortex. My love, I need us to understand that we are the vortex, honey. Do you know what it means do you know what it means to birth all races of people, all cultures of people? Do you understand the power that is? Do you understand the power that you have? So even though there are reasons as to why we're not experiencing and operating with our authority and power, you should start questioning that. Why are so many of us weak? Why are so many of us disempowered? Why are so many of us victims or continually playing the victimizing role? Why are so many of us acting dumb, deaf, don't see no evil, don't speak no evil, hear no evil, acting like our throat chakra is always closed, acting like we don't have a voice, acting like they didn't come to us for divine wisdom. They didn't come to us as the generals in war. They came to us for strategy. They came to us for techniques. They came to us for the sciences. They came to us for the experiences. You haven't lost any of that. It is just dormant. What exists will always exist. However, if you don't use it, you don't lose it. It just loses its essence and its power until you begin to reclaim it. So let's start tapping into our power by understanding you need mentorship, my love, because if you could do it by yourself, you would do it. If you knew what you knew, you would be better off. If you knew what you knew, you wouldn't still have the same friends and associates. You would redefine what you did, what you hold dear, what you conceive and perceive as friends. You would stop being in certain environments because you know people, places, and things also cipher off your energy, and they don't always need your verbal consent to do it. Poverty mentality, the weak mentality. You're not weak, my love. You're not deaf, dumb, docile. You are so powerful. Biologically, cosmically, you are powerful. And I want to invoke that power. I want to encourage you by telling you the things you need to hear instead of telling you the things you want to hear that's going to soothe your ego that's unaligned. I want to disrupt every dysfunctional thought, every dysfunctional frequency, every dysfunctional connection if you allow it, because it's causing a lot of you to self-destruct. Because one fact, important, imperative, life-altering fact is that as living organisms, if you are not accelerating, you are decelerating. If you are not growing, you are shrinking. If you are not going up, you're going down. If you're not going forward, you're going backwards. Nothing ever stays the same. And I know a lot of us are so used to and so attached to external stimuli. We heavily rely on what we see, what we touch, what we taste, what we smell, what we sense, do you understand? What we feel. And that will always trick you when you're not relying on your very first cosmic inner sense, your inner sense, the one that's connected to the infinite source of life and power, the one that embodies infinite information. Ashe? So identity. Many of us have this poverty, this broken poverty minded identity. Do you understand that? This is a fact. This is why a lot of us are self-destructing. This is why a lot of our bodies are experiencing disease and ailments and terminal illnesses. Why? Because you are out of alignment. You are out of alignment. Your chakras are all over the place. Your thoughts are all over the place. In scientific terms, we call that incoherence. Whenever your mind and your body is out of coherence, incoherent, you do not get to experience all that you could experience: the romantic love, the sexy time, the confidence, the authority, right? The respect and loyalty, integrity, not only for other people, but for yourself. We shout and shout, and I want you to respect me. You're going to respect me. Well, a person that embodies respect will never shout and parakeet to another person, you're going to respect me, because your energy and your aura commands it. There are plenty of times I walked in a room, my loves, and it seemed like everything just stopped. Your energy and your aura is always going to precede you. You will never hear a powerful person say, I'm powerful. I'm talking about boasting about it or parakeeting about it. You will never hear the true lords out there saying, I'm a kingpin, I'm a queen pin. They just do it. They doing what they do. They don't need to broadcast it. Why? Because everywhere their energy goes, they command respect. They command authority. They command a room. They understand they can transmute energy in any type of room. And you have the same power, because you are also alchemists. You're not just abstract mind. You're not just Miss Octavia. Even though you're very beautiful, you're not just Queen Lynn. You're not just Big Chef. You're not just Saga King. You're not just the beautiful Jazzy Jazz. You're not just fancy keys and things. You're not just Twin Glock. You're not just all of the identities that we currently have. And the identity you currently hold now that's operating your life is based on old distorted biases, old distorted facts, old distorted beliefs. And until you shift them, things are going to get worse. Why do I say that? Because a lot of you are under the misconception that things stay the same. If you don't change, oh, well, things are going to stay the same shit, different day. That is a misconception, and you need to understand that. Because as long as you keep being delusional in your mind, not thinking that eventually your body and your mind is going to self-destruct. And the longer you keep unknowingly subtracting from your vital essence and allowing other people to cipher off your energy, guess what? You're going to lose your life force, meaning your soul and your spirit is going to eject right out your body. I'm telling you facts. And I don't want that for you. Now, of course, we will all experience the natural cycles of life. However, I know in my soul, in my DNA, that many people are transitioning their soul, meaning their souls are leaving their avatar prematurely. Why? Because Every opportunity that they've gotten that was presented to them, they rejected. Every assistance, every help, every hand, every message, every nudge, every time they hit their head against the wall, they ignored it. They like, oh, I can hit my head against the wall a couple of more times, a couple of more times, a couple of more times. It ain't gonna crack until it cracks, and then it's too late. Why wait till it's too late? Why do you have to be miserable to experience more joy? Wouldn't it make more sense to experience more joy while you're already joyful? Wouldn't it make perfect sense if you experience more bliss when you're already blissful? After all, what you embody is what you attract. Wouldn't it make more sense for you to receive the flow of more consistent income where you just have checks coming your way, where you just have people giving unto you and sometimes no reason? Because you're already in the flow of consistent money. It's possible. It's happening to me. It's happening to many people. There are beautiful souls in this realm that are not struggling for money because they shifted their identity, they shifted their frequency, they shifted their aura. There are many souls who are happily in beautiful relationships, even though all day ain't the same day. Every day ain't the same day. That can be true for you too. There are no huge significant reasons as to why one is experiencing something and the other is, or vice versa. And until you understand this, things are going to get worse. They're not going to stay the same, my loves. I need y'all to understand this. Facts, the body will definitely let you know you out of balance. Ashe. It will. Infinite gratitude, Sage King. Infinite gratitude, my loves. What's understood needs no explanation. Ashe, Miss Octavia. Sage King, yes. Yes, Ashe. We have to understand this because I want you to make it real. I want you to make it real. Please say to yourself right now, everyone I want to experience already exists. And I know a lot of you don't fully receive it, fully embody that now, but like I said, repetition builds retention. I want you to say it until your heart and your brain is in coherence with it. I'm receiving your message. I needed this. Ashe, Miss Octavia. You're not here by coincidence or happenstance. This is the malevolent. This is the malevolent and the phenomenon of who we are. Nothing happens by coincidence, happenstance, or luck. Enough with the trickery. Enough being tricked. Enough playing the circus and the clowns. We don't have to do that no more. No one is forcing us to play the fool. No one is forcing us to play the victim. No one is forcing us to stay in poverty. No one is forcing us to continue to have the same old identity that's not serving us, never served us, and never will serve us. No one is forcing us to engage in unhealthy conversations. No one is forcing us to stay attached to people, places, and things that we know damn well ain't serving us. No one is forcing you to stay amongst the 5 people that you hang around the most, knowing that they are not sufficient coherently. They are not sufficient. They are not sufficient intellectually. They are not sufficient. Pardon me. They're just not. You have to love you more. You have to love yourself and build up enough courage to say, you know what, whether you make it known to them or not, I need you to understand that you cannot continually hang around people who don't give a damn about their life. You cannot continually hang around people who vibrate down here if your goal is to be here. You cannot hang around people who don't know more than you. You cannot hang around people who cannot teach you anything. And for the love of all things pure and righteous, please stop being a cheerleader for stupidity. Please stop stroking the ego of the same sisters and brothers and aunties and uncles and mothers and children that you claim you love by being a sucker, by being passive. What do you think integrity means? What do you think honesty means? That means no matter who's looking, no matter who's present, you are authentically honest and transparent with yourself. You know that you have integrity for yourself, and that means doing the righteous thing, whether you're around people or not around people, especially when you are amongst people. Some of y'all are attached and have very unhealthy attachments to people, and they are causing you to further destruct. You think love is stroking your insecurities. You think love is stroking your impurities. You think love and affection is condoning your poor behavior decisions. You think love is saying, oh, girl, get it. Oh, bro, get it. Oh, sis, get it. Oh, auntie, get it. Oh, get it, get it, get it. It's going to be okay. You think that's divine, pure love? You think that's helping you? Not that's hurting you. My love, that's hurting you. Ashe, it's not helping you. So I always ask the question, how bad do you want more money? Because I had to get to a point where I'm like, Venus, you know what? You need to shut up. I speak to myself raw. I speak to myself with full transparency. I speak to myself like that because I was playing too much. I wasn't taking my life force seriously. I wasn't taking my life seriously because I was still talking the same, walking the same, acting the same, dancing the same, behaving the same, entertaining the same, being around the same environments. I had the same friends, the same family. I was doing everything the same, yet I'm saying, yeah, I want more money, I want more love, I want more health, I want more peace above all, I want more security above all. And there was a time where I had to look myself in the mirror and talk to my soul and say, you either shut up or put up. Because all this right here is just further causing you to down spiral and self-destruct. And I don't know about you, but I was tired of hitting the wall. I didn't want to hit the wall that time. I didn't want to hit the wall and then it would have been it. Then game is over. So I made a decision. I had to muster up the courage. I had to gain real confidence, not fake confidence, not performance confidence, because a lot of us have performance confidence. Oh, girl, you know I ain't about that life, or I'm about that life. Oh, bro, you know I ain't about that life. That shit ain't going down over here. All the performances. I was a performer. I was performing confidence. I was performing security. I was performing like I had it all together. It was all a performance, and I had to stop performing because I was getting weaker mentally. I was getting weaker physically. I was losing myself. There was many days where things changed for me, and I teach you how to do the same thing, because when your identity is wrapped around lack, wrapped around performances, wrapped around insecurities, wrapped around fear, wrapped around people pleasing, all because you want to hug and you want to like and you want to feel something. Feel yourself, hug yourself, love yourself, embrace your full self, the light side and the dark side. Embrace you fully accept who you are and where you are, because until you accept all the things that you dislike, nothing is going to change. You're just going to keep masking what you don't like. Therefore, feeding that very same thing. When you don't confront something, you indirectly feed it. Every time you ignore and put on a performance, you are feeding the very same thing you are trying desperately to get away from. So when your identity, when you haven't shifted your identity, when it's built upon lack and fear and scarcity and limitations, it blocks you from making the choices that is going to enable you, position you into alignment to experience more joy, more bliss, more peace, more love, more prosperity, more quantum jumping, not on the lower timeline, on the higher timeline, because there are multiple infinite realities existing all at once. Everything already exists. I don't know about you, but I don't like seeing many of you beautiful souls play hopscotch on lower frequencies. You go from one poverty-stricken identity to an abuse-stricken identity to the trauma identity to the less fortunate to the victim, and you just bouncing around from victim to broken to one that you understand what I'm saying? I need you to bounce around in the timelines where you're more blissful, where you're more happy, where you're doing whatever you want to do, and you're buying whatever you want to buy, and you're at peace. And not too many things that fucks you. I want you hopping around on the higher timelines, baby. If you want to play hopscotch anywhere, it needs to be on higher timelines. If you want to play ping pong with anything, it better be between happy and joy, more and more, not less and less, not less and less, not less and less, and damn sure not less. However, that's going to require something of you. That's going to require you to first understand and be able to identify your pain points, identify your values that are unaligned, identify your core identity structures and frameworks that you need to stop feeding, start starving. Ashe? That is the only way, my loves. I need y'all to understand that. Put a ashe in the comment section if you with me. Okay. By the way, let's after you put your ashe in the comment section, please get these taps up, my loves. Infinite gratitude. Let's get these taps up. Let's get these hearts up. Let's get these shares up. This is an exchange, my loves. I give you value, and what I ask in return is just what TikTok requests. Okay, this is how we move. This is how we elevate. This is how we play our part and really be a part of the elevation of us, the elevation of us collectively. Ashe Ronnie, infinite gratitude. How are you, my love? Jazzy Jazz, Twin Glock, infinite gratitude. Thank you so very much. Ashe, this is an exchange. Because I know a lot of y'all sick and tired of being sick and tired. You don't have to live like that. True transformation begins the moment you start to identify your identity archetype, pardon me. You need to identify your identity archetype, and a lot of us aren't aware of that. That's the beginning stages of that. This is why I always encourage you to have a mentor. All masters of anything, masters of arts, masters of science, masters of intelligence, masters of education, masters of anything have masters, meaning not in I need somebody to tell me what to do, as and you need to be initiated, you need to be tutored, you need to be in the school of wisdom, you need guidance. We all do. I have mentors in my life. I realized that doing it by myself wasn't getting me nowhere, right? Kicking it, okay? We need that. Your transformation is going to begin when you finally accept that you should not be doing it alone, nor were you purposed to do it alone. No tree stands alone in the forest. We are not dependent of, we are interdependent of, we are one with, we are not individuals, we are individualized, meaning we are connected. And every decision you make, every choice you make is going to determine whether you disconnect or whether you connect. And a lot of us need to reconnect because we've been forced these unhealthy religions and dogma, philosophies and concepts by the most darkest individuals and entities. We've been conditioned to flip the roles. They took what was natural to us and gave us this external God and said, I need you to worship this God. I need you to know that this is your it all be all. I need you to know that if you don't do whatever God says, or his son, which is not S-O-N, the real son is S-U-N, that we honor, that our ancestors honored. I need you to do exactly what I told you to do. Obey your enslavers, or you're going to burn in H-E-L-L. I need you to turn your cheek when somebody slap you on the other side of it. I need you to keep forgiving and forgiving and forgiving. I need you to be humble. I need you to worship. I need you to continually give me all of your energy so I can keep my dark structures and systems. I need your energy so I can continue with my patriarchal agenda. I need the roles to be reversed. I need the woman to not know her divine essence. I need the woman to not know who she really is. I need the woman to not know that she's the creator and she's the essence of God. I need the woman to not know who she is. I need the woman to not know her power. I need the men to not know who he is. I need the men to start disrespecting the woman. I need the men to start abusing the woman. I need the women to start abusing the man. I need the women to start abusing their sisters and their mothers. I need chaos and I need dysfunction. Order is not created from dysfunction. It isn't. But sometimes we get too lazy and we don't want to do the studies. We don't want to really do our due diligence because we love being irresponsible and unaccountable. Because after all you have to do is what? Go to the altar, pray about it, cry about it, shout and hopla about it, and lay it all at the altar and drink the blood and eat the cracker, and all your misdeeds, all your unrighteous deeds and actions are completely washed away. Meanwhile, you're still experiencing consequences. So I want you to use your infinite mind. Make it make sense to you and stop ignoring what is inside of you. I know many of you are in tune with your intuition, because if you are a pure soul, there's no excuse, rhyme, or reason as to you trying to figure it out like, oh my goodness, is this God or is this me? It's you, baby. It's you, my love. Take accountability. It's time to be accountable. It's time to be responsible. It's time to shed that old religious identity. It's time to shed the identity where you're suffering. It's time to shed the identity where you take no responsibility and accountability. It's time to shed the identity that everybody else done gave you. Everybody else done told you who to be, who not to be, how to walk, how to talk, what not to say, when to say, where to say, what to eat, what not to eat, what to do, when to smile, when not to smile. We're so overwhelmed by all of the noise, and you think you can continually show up on social media 8, 10, 12, 15, sometimes 24 hours in a day, and you not be on your way to self-destruction? And you think it's all games, you ha-ha, and then you kikiing and you going on with the foolishness, and you're feeding and receiving nothing but poison. Shifting your identity is the way and the path that's going to get you to experience. There are beautiful, healthy, supportive friends that is waiting on you, waiting to connect with you, waiting to truly love on you and support you. Am I missing something? How many? Where am I missing something with these hearts? They look a little low. Is it my reception? just checking the engagement stats. Where we at, my loves? Your partner or partners, because a lot of us think there's just one soulmate or one partner. Your infinite gratitude, Miss Octavia. Your partners, whomever you are supposed to experience. I'm not limited minded or foolish enough to think that it is only one partner you will experience. Oh, that's so beautiful. How did you know I love butterflies? It's my favorite insect ever. Ashe, infinite gratitude, right? Whomever you are supposed to experience on a romantic level, that person or persons are waiting for you, to love on you, to accept you, to laugh with you, to have disagreements with you, to have a level of misunderstandings with you, to appreciate you and adore you. Ashe, that business is waiting for you to run it, for you to step into that CEO position, waiting for you to infuse it with your essence and your razzle dazzle, waiting for you to guide and lead. Do you know that there are people waiting on you? Facts. You think you're doing just to be doing? We each have very significant roles. Can you imagine if I did not accept one of my purposes? Can you imagine if I wasn't doing the work? I've touched countless of lives, and I don't say that proudly. I say that in the most grounded and honorable way, the most respectful way. What if I did not do what I needed to do? I say, there are people, souls, there are animals, there are insects that is waiting to connect with you to exchange whatever it is your purpose to exchange. And you will not experience that on this lifetime and this life cycle if you do not shift your identity, shift your aura, my loves. Please understand this. I have helped countless of beautiful souls manifest more money, attract more money, get into alignment, materialize more health and abundance and good supportive relationships, gain more peace, more clarity, more confidence, rediscover their identity and their purpose. That's what this is all about, especially those of us who are quote unquote mid-age. Like I am mid-avatar age. There's so many things that I have to experience, that I want to experience. There's so many things that we are shifting from. I am in process of shifting from the mother identity to Venus. What are we doing now? Venus, what do you want to experience now? Venus, what brings you joy now? Venus, what values do you have now? How many of you ask yourself these questions and really figure it out? How are you going to want what you want if you don't know the driving force behind what you want? Your values determine what you want. You choose based upon your values. And there are good values and there are unhealthy values. There are aligned values and there are unaligned values. You do not know them. This is why you keep choosing poorly. This is why you keep repeating the same unhealthy behavior patterns. This is why you don't know which way you want to go. This is why you haven't started the business yet. This is why you haven't completed the book yet, perhaps. This is why you haven't accelerated. This is why you didn't grow in certain areas as of yet. This is why you haven't met a certain person as of yet. What are your values? We're not going to go into it now because I have a whole proven framework and a system called the value elicitation. However, that's only for when I have my one-on-one mentorship. Okay. I take you through, it's a series of 4 weeks that I'm with you. You get me for 1 hour, 40 to 60 minutes at a time. And each week is designed to help you shift your identity so you can finally accelerate your healing, accelerate your goals, accelerate your dreams and aspirations. So you're no longer just talking about it, you're living it. So I walk you through the assessment. I walk you through what all of the prerequisites and steps you need to take. I'll walk you through all of the signs. So I'll walk you through all of that. And then I create a done for you 30-day unique personal blueprint for you that's going to allow you to experience and meet your goals. And you can use that same formula that I create for you personally with any goal. So you don't have to rush and you don't have to want to achieve 5, 8 goals at a time, because that causes mental fracture. We go through all of this. Okay. And we go through I teach many other lessons in the All Things Mastery Infinity Circle. Okay. This month and from now on, we're working on and we're focusing on identity, because that's where the depression is. That's where the confusion is. That's where the loneliness is coming in from. That's where the poverty mentality is coming in from. That's where the brokenness and the fear and the scarcity and the not knowing comes from. That's where all the trauma is still existing from. That's where the burnt out is coming from. So over these past 15 years, I've blended the practices in NLP, that is neuro-linguistic programming, okay? Neuroscience, psychology, metaphysics, meta laws. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is why I've been so effective and successful in helping those who allow me to help them and those who actually embody what I teach them. I have plenty of success stories. You can see some of those stories, real results from real people, real reviews from real people. Infinite gratitude, Miss Octavia, for sharing out the live. I see you, Big Chef. Infinite gratitude to the moderators. If you click the link in my bio and you go to Shifting Your Identity, Master Framework, I have some reviews posted in there from not only present mentees, but past mentees who have taken courses of mine. If I told you that I can help you accelerate all of your goals, would you be open to it? If you were to get on an elevator with a billionaire and he offered you sponsorship, would you receive it? I say yes, ma'am, right? I say yes, ma'am. Ronnie, thank you so much. Infinite gratitude for sharing out the live, beautiful. Right? I say me too. I am open to anything. Well, not anything, I'll take that back. I am open to whatever is righteous, pure, and makes sense, even if it causes me discomfort. I am willing, more than willing, to be uncomfortable to get what I need to get to achieve my goals. I am more than they are. I am not unfamiliar with being uncomfortable. Why? Because I understand it is a requirement. Every level you go, every level you rise to, every level you on is going to require something new. It's going to require new tools. It's going to require new information. It's just like in a video game. Yes, you may carry the same, you can still carry the same points that you collected in level 5. You may still carry the same weaponry into level 6. However, there's always going to be a new coin, more hidden secrets, more tools, more intelligence, more wisdoms, more things that is going to be revealed on the map, more things that's going to be you're going to become more aware of when each time you reach that level. And it's not supposed to be comfortable. Why? Because your body and your mind isn't used to it yet. It's the same with mental programming. It's the same with regulating your nervous system. It is the equivalent, and I give this analogy often. I haven't in a long time, but let me share it with you. If you are a person, now I'm using a combination of psychology, chemistry, biology, and quantum physics, okay, and neuroscience. If you was a person that consistently drank coffee every day, especially at a certain time, let's say you've been drinking coffee for 10 years, the moment you decide that I'm not going to drink coffee anymore, that you're not going to drink coffee anymore, the moment you decide that, it is going to cause your mind and your body to be like, huh, what's she talking about? And then it's going to return back to the same state, like, we're not changing. I'm used to getting my coffee. So your body and your mind is on autopilot. It's used to getting what it wants. And because you've been feeding it so long, that dominant program, and it is a program, it is a neural pathway. It is an association. That neural pathway is strong, is really, really strong. So the moment you introduce a new pathway, i.e. a new thought, i.e. a new program, and for your body and your mind to now follow, it is at the moment too weak. It doesn't currently have the energetic capacity and bandwidth to overpower the old dominant association and pathways that say, wait a minute, we've been drinking coffee for 10 years. You're not going to all of a sudden take it away. So I'm going to drag you. I'm going to cause you to have a migraine. I'm going to cause you to get the jitters. I'm going to cause you to to have mood swings. I'm going to cause you to have flashes. I'm going to cause you aggravation and agitation. So we don't understand the things that are happening to them. It's the same thing the moment you decide that, oh, you know what? I want to raise my level of consciousness. You know what? I'm done with all the toxic relationships. I want a beautiful relationship right now. You know what? I don't want to be broken, and bruised no more. I don't want to live in poverty no more. I don't want to live in lack no more, and scarcity and fear. The moment you decide that, your body and your mind is going to be like, oh, yeah, check what we going to do. This is your ego talking that's imbalanced. I'm talking about the unregulated ego. The moment you do that, your ego going to be like, oh, yeah, try it if you want to. Try it if you want to. Y'all know the saying, some of us actually about that life. Step if you want to. If you feel like a frog, leap. This is what your body, this is what your ego. No. We like abuse. We like people mistreating us. Sarah. There ain't no Sarah's in here, so I'm just going to use Sarah. We like men going upside our head. We like women going upside our head. We like not having a voice. No. We so used to being coddled. No, don't change now. We're used to not being important. We're used to being insignificant. We're used to being a follower. I don't want to change. No. No. Go ahead with that mess talking about you want to do better. Go ahead with that. Now you talking about you want to be confident. No, you like being we like being insecure. You and the rest of the people that live inside you. All of us, we like being insecure. We all like being we all like being bruised, okay? We all like being a victim. We don't want to be responsible because we've been irresponsible for 15, 20 years. We've been unaccountable for 15, 20 years. We've been blaming everybody else. We've been blaming our mamas, our daddies. I want you to keep on doing that because that works for us. I want you to keep blaming the government, and I want you to keep arguing over politics. I want you to keep frustrating yourself. I want you to keep causing and drag. I want you to keep doing that. Why? Because we've been doing it. You ain't going to change now. I want you to continue to do what you're doing. Why? Because you've been feeding those programs knowingly and unknowingly for so many years. They become so strong. It's like the game of tug of war. The strongest will always pull the weak. The strongest will always pull the weak. So if you have strong dominant programs elect, it's going to pull and enforce that. The longer your identity embodies scarcity, guess what? It's going to continually pull you back to your past because that's what it's familiar with. Does that make sense? Chancey, infinite gratitude for the support. Follow my love. Does that make sense? Bridget, how are you? Welcome in, my love. Leslie, how are you? Sis, your spirituality is powerful. Keep sharing your wisdom. Infinite gratitude, Leslie. Infinite gratitude. I say Bridget, Leslie, Chancey, infinite gratitude for showing up and sharing your positive energy with us. That's how it was when I stopped smoking Newports. I say, Queen Lynn, that's with any addiction that we have. And I know a lot of us don't like to think or conceive that we have addictions and that we're addicts. A lot of us are addicts. I guarantee you each and every one of us have one addiction or more. Ashe, the master classes are so worth it. Ashe, Big Chef right there in the comment section, my moderator, she's a mentee in all things Master Infinity Circle. It works if you work it. And the best part about it is what I offer for the investment, for the small investment, you will invest. You will invest. You will invest. I will say that. It ain't no shame in nothing. Everything requires an energy exchange. And you must exchange value to receive value. There are so many beautiful benefits that you get if you feel that you connect with me and we relate like that we are supposed to do something together, especially help you evolve and shift. Unbothered, how are you, my love? I go above and beyond. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's sad and unfortunate that there are very few people who is willing to do the things that the few of us are willing to do for the sake of us truly loving you and having your best interest at heart. I need y'all to know that because a lot of you out here being scammed, a lot of you out here being bamboozled. It's not just a saying. I'm not just speaking this just to speak. One thing you will never do is tell me that the energy that I'm vibrating on, my aura, okay, what I'm emitting is unrighteous. Energy never lies. Yes, it can be manipulated and distorted because we are alchemists. That's one of our primary purposes as beings, beautiful souls on this realm, is to learn how to alchemize and transmute energy. So those of you who are tapped in, you understand that what I produce and what I emit, the energy is righteous and positive. Okay? I hold myself to a higher standard. So there ain't no way that you're going to be in my presence that I am going to allow you in my vortex and you not be held to the same higher standards. Why? Because you are a supernatural being. You are not an ordinary soul. You are extraordinary. You are an extraordinary soul, and I'm going to do whatever is in my power if you allow me to bring that out in you, to help you understand and remember who you are, because that's one of my divine purposes. And I don't know about you, but I've long got tired of getting my ass whooped from the universe. The consequences I've learned to avoid them because I'm proactive in avoiding them. I don't wait till a problem arises. I auto correct before it even comes to existence. I'm very organized and very forward thinking. A lot of people who don't experience the problems that a lot of other people have is because they enact, okay, and activate the solutions and resolve before the conflict, the problem, the issue ever arises. So guess what? We experience more ease, more peace, more elevation, more acceleration because we're not dealing with the shit that a lot of other people are dealing with and not even knowing that they're the ones that's causing it, right? So when you understand that shifting your reality will, shifting your identity will allow you to gain more remembrance of who you are at your core, not just this physical avatar, even though you are all beautiful, I'm sure you are. Shifting your identity will cause you to have more clarity, more focus. Can you imagine being more clear about your choices? Can you imagine having the confidence to sense and the intuition to sense when somebody try to come into your life, pry into your life, and you know they up to no good? Can you imagine the confidence and the boost of energy and security and the pleasure and the yes, how it would feel when you absolutely tell people no, return to sender. I don't want it. I don't need it. It's not good for me. You go about your business, love, because you're no longer desperate for a hug. You're no longer desperate for attention. You're no longer desperate for the validation because you're already validated. You've been validated. Your essence is validated. Your power is validated. Your creation is validated. Imagine having that confidence when you no longer want to be a part of the crowd that the crowd that's moving over there to the left because you're a creator, you're a path maker, you're a pathfinder, you're a leader. Imagine you having enough power, courage, and confidence and power and authority to live in that. Well, people are all of a sudden vying for your attention. They wanting, yearning to be in your life, to be in your vortex. They don't even know what it is half the time. They just know that they want whatever it is you got. You ever found somebody, ran across somebody that was so happy and bubbly, and you like, babe, what you drinking? What rainbow are you drinking, honey? What is this sunshine that you drinking? What is this new? They're gonna see it, they're gonna feel it, they're gonna smell it. What is this beauty? What is this radiance that you're emitting? I want some. You will never have to force feed someone who is in need or know they need something for their own good. This is why I don't chase. This is why I don't force. I flow. I'm not forcing you to elevate. I'm not forcing you to shift your identity. I'm not forcing you to make more money. I'm not forcing you. I have what you need. Make no mistake about it. I have what you need. It's been tested, tried, proven. I understand that I am the master of the game, the creator of the game, and the player of the game, as well as the observer of the game. I now understand all the multifaceted, extraordinary phenomenon that I am. And I help you to do the same thing if you allow me to. So make no mistake, I'm exceptionally skillful at what I do, as you are exceptionally skillful at things that you do. So not only do I want to help you shift your identity, I want to help you rediscover your valuable skills in which you can now present as a valuable exchange to get to get the consistent money flow, to get the love. Long gone are the ideologies and practicing and behaviors of us thinking that we don't have to exchange nothing of something of value in order to get what we want. And I encourage y'all to reassess your values, baby, because your divine Yanni ain't the only thing that's valuable that you have to offer. Your hips, our thighs, our wonderful, all this, baby. Okay, it's a part of it, but it's not all of it. It's not even at the core of it. In order for you to receive anything that you want, you have to offer something of great value. And we've been accepting and giving mediocre, surface level things, and we call it value. I'm valued because I'm a woman. No, you're not. Your womanhood, your divine essence, your power don't even make you, your ability to operate in that power, your inherited right to operate in that power, don't make you, don't put you in a position, or don't mean that that's you have something to offer and value. Same goes with men. Okay, we got the BBEs walking around like, baby, that's all I need, swinging and laying and stringing. Okay, and whoop, you caught. No, baby. Even though that's real beautiful, because I know a lot of us ladies who okay, that's a huge plus sign. Okay, and whatever color is your favorite, that's a huge plus sign. However, baby, that ain't the only sign. That ain't the only value you bring, honey. It's not. And I will never forget the day I turned down, and this is transparent and this is honest, but I want to make it real to you, because a lot of you ladies are going through this right now. A lot of you men are going through this right now. So this what I'm about to say works interchangeable. Y'all remember the days when we used to be led by good BDE or good YE, good Yanni energy, good D energy? Y'all remember those days, right? I will never forget the day where I turned down some what would have been such a pleasurable experience for me. Why? Because at that time I've long decided that, you know what? I'm not going to be so led by BDE no more. That cannot continue to consume me, even though it's so good. I'm not going to be led by that. I want real value. I want genuine value. I have to respect myself, because people treat you according to the way you treat yourself. And how you treat yourself is not always verbalized, it's shown. I say the same goes with women. When you no longer are led by, when you no longer operate in your lower consciousness, from your lower chakras, from your lower energy centers, that where your sensuality and your sexuality thrives, okay, where your groundedness, but when you no longer ruled by that and controlled by that, the boost of confidence you get, where you be like, oh, you know what, that's cute, but no, go that way. Beautiful, but no, go that way. Why? Because you've worked so hard. You've worked so hard to get to the point where your energy is your own now. You've done the cleansing work. You've done the cleansing rituals. You've done the mentoring. You've done all the inner work. I will be damned if I sacrifice and start over, all over again for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. No, we're not doing that. And the more you practice that, the more it increases your joy, your bliss, your clarity, the more it increases your vitality, the more it fuses your energy and your power, the more your sensuality, your sensual energy, and your sacred energy becomes powerful, because it's not being tainted by other energies in which you don't even know you are receiving in you, that's altering your what? Identity. Okay. Shift stands for movement. You have to move. You have to do something. It's subtle, but it's profound. Shift stands for transition. You have to move from one place, you have to transition. You have to metamorphose. You cannot remain in that cocoon forever. Be the beautiful butterflies that you are, baby. Spread your beautiful, colorful, vibrant wings and fly as you were meant to be. Soar as you were meant to. Rise as you were meant to. Stop playing small. Stop playing small. Everything you need, you have. And whoever you need is going to come into your vortex, your aura. I'm here. I beckon the call. You summoned me. I'm here. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm giving you. I'm giving you the plan. What are you going to do? SKO Taurus, how are you, my love? Peace, peace, peace. Welcome in, you all. For those of you who are new to here, welcome in. If you are new to this channel, please put a heart in the comment section so I can properly welcome you. I'm just going to take a little pause and properly welcome you because I am grateful that you are here. I'm grateful because you could have been anywhere else. I'm grateful that you chose to be where you were supposed to be in this time, in this space right now. So infinite gratitude for allowing me to pour into you and for you to exchange your beautiful energy with me. Ashe. Ron B, infinite gratitude. I love it. Thank you, my love. Ashe, infinite gratitude. Keep in infinite gratitude. Ashe, welcome to All Things Mastery Live. I am here every Monday, Wednesday, and soon to be every Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we discuss lessons like this all the time. All the time. However, our current focus is on identity. Bridget, Ashe, welcome, my love. Infinite gratitude for you welcoming me into your space and you sharing your beautiful energy with me. Ashe. Octavia, infinite gratitude again, my love. Infinite gratitude. Thank you so much for allowing me to pour into you and you sharing your beautiful energy with me. Infinite gratitude. Ashe. Ashe. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, now let's use our happy fingers. Let's get to 100 as we come near to the closing. Okay. Ashe. 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 So the S stands for transition and shift. Okay. Those of you who know me know I'm a lover of words. I'm a lover of etymology. I'm a lover of energy. I'm a lover of understanding the core of things. Okay. I love playing with words because intelligence excites me. Learning excites me. Reading excites me. Writing excites me. Organic beauty, infinite gratitude. Welcome into All Things Mastery Live. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy and with me and allowing me to share my energy with you and all of the beautiful souls that are in here right now exchanging beautiful energy. Infinite gratitude to you all. Ashe, 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 Ashe. So transition. Okay, shift means to transition. You have to transition. You cannot stay in that cocoon forever. You were meant to birth. You were meant to metamorphose into your authentic self. And it doesn't have a lot to do with your old identity. Can you bring bits and pieces of your old identity with your new identity? Yes. It does. Shifting your identity doesn't mean that you have to let go of everything and everyone. That's not what it means. However, it does mean that you get more focused and more intentional about everything you think, everything you do, every move you make, every step you take. And I mean it in that order. And you can still have a beautiful time. You understand? I take my life very serious. However, my personal friends and family knows just how childlike I am, just how silly I can be, just how funny I can be from time to time. I operate and embody all of it. You can have a beautiful time elevating. Shifting isn't insufferable. It should be beautiful. Elevating doesn't have to be suffering and about you sacrificing people, places, and things that you like. That's healthy for you. Now, yes, does that mean that you have to detach from people, places, and things that is unhealthy for you? Absolutely, you must. Okay? Recalibrating, reassessing. Okay, you need to figure out the things. You will not ever reach any type of destination if you don't first have the address. You can't vacation, book a flight nowhere unless you know where you are and where you're going. And you get very clear. I don't know how many of you make sure that they check once, twice, 5 times before they actually hit that pay button. You want to make sure that you input the right, correct information of where you're leaving from and where you're going. Otherwise, you're going to end up somewhere where you don't want to be. And for a lot of us, we continually end up with people, places, and things where we know we don't belong, know we don't want to be. And now we have to go right back to square one. And what is it costing you? Not just your money. It's not just costing you your money. It's not even costing you your time. Time is an illusion, but that's a whole nother All Things Mastery live lesson. It's not costing you time. It's costing you your life force. I want you to understand that. You're not losing time. You're losing your life force. Your life force is dwindling. Your life force is losing its essence. Every time you end up in destinations where you know goddamn well you don't belong. You lose your very essence. You're not losing time. I want us to understand and start using the vernacular and the linguistics that is going to put us in alignment to experience more joy, more love, more peace, more prosperity, more abundance with all things that we want. Because all these things, if you understand universal laws, all things have a polar opposite. There's no such thing as one side or the other side. There are both sides, and both sides are needed. Both light and dark are needed. Both up and down are needed. Both yin and yang are needed. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when people say abundance, I need y'all to understand the etymology of what it is, the concept and the facts of what it is, not the misconceptions. People talk about abundance as if it only equates to more money, more love, more health, more peace, more joy, more prosperity. But abundance also is the equivalent of distorted biases, more toxicity, more loss of vitality, more illnesses, more diseases. You can have an abundance in either of those things. Have you ever asked yourself that question? Abundance comes in many shapes, many forms, many sizes. I love starve, healing, and integration, frequency, and transformation. I say there's but more. Infinite gratitude for grabbing your daily heart me. Yes, breathe abundance. How are you, my love? That's a really nice name. Receiving with tears in my eyes. I say tears are cleansing, and I'm so grateful for you right now. Do you know that every time you cry, not only are you pouring libation not only are you pouring libation, okay, and a ritualistic spiritual symbolism, your tears also release on a molecular level broken, fractured energies and frequencies from within you. I'm talking about genuine tears, okay? Not the people that be faking it on these TikTok here in these streets. Peace, Dwayne. How are you, my love? Organic beauty. How are you, my love? So I say to you, honey, welcome in organic beauty, right? So yes, cleanse yourself. Because moving forward, I want you to also cry. I want you to also tear up. And it won't be because of anything you used to experience. It's going to be because you just feel this an overwhelming sense of joy and peace. Just you can sometimes you just cry because the words wouldn't even be able to transmute in a manner in which you want to express how joyful and happy. I want to tell you, there are many, many risings. I don't say morning because I'm not mourning any damn thing. When I rise, man, beauties. The joy I have when I rise in the AM or when I'm just like, it just be so great. It be so great. I'm like, I just feel that day. It's just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Some days are peaceful. Sometimes it's a peaceful rise. But some days it's just like, I wake up moving and grooving. You know what I'm saying? I wake up moving and grooving because it's so good. I want that from you. And the more you raise your vibration through feelings of more peace, feelings of more joy, feelings of more security, feelings of more confidence, honey, what are we doing? That's what we need to experience. Okay. That's what we need to experience. What is a poverty mindset? It's not just about money. Having a poverty mindset is not just about money. However, it is your identity. It's your identity, it's your belief, it's your conditioning that keeps you trapped in lack. So it doesn't always poverty doesn't always equate to the lack of money. It also equates to the lack of happiness. It can also equate to the lack of aligned experiences. Lack can also equate to a lack of experiencing healthy love. Infinite gratitude for all of the gift, my loves, beautiful souls. Infinite gratitude, Ashe. Lack is not only equated to money. A lot of us is lacking intelligence. A lot of us is impoverished when it comes down to wisdom. A lot of us are in lack and impoverished to understanding our innocence. Inner sense, not innocence, inner sense. Your intuition, you're in tune, right? So lack can be described with many things pertaining to your current identity. So These are sets of our unconscious programs. Everything you do carries a program. The way you and we have trillions of programs, just like we have trillions of cells, right? That's when your heart have neural pathways too. I said 10,000 times more than your brain. So in your brain, our brains, we have neurotransmitters and neural pathways. So everything that you do, everything that you've ever done since the conception of your lifetimes, not just this lifetime. See, what I teach you, I encourage you to go a little bit deeper, past shallow. I don't do shallow, baby. I do deep, because it is only when you go deep can you transform and change the trajectory of your external world. If you continue to do things that are shallow, you're going to get shallow results. You have to go deep, my love. The jewels is deep. And I'm not saying that you have to go deep back into the traumas, because the methods that I teach you, the mastery frameworks that I teach you, the identity shifting frameworks that I teach you, does not include you re-traumatizing yourself like most insufficient coaches, mentors, and gurus, said with all respect. Okay? So you have a program for everything. You have a program for the way you brush your teeth. You have a program for the way you love, the way you receive and give love. You have a program for the way you fix your hair, put on wigs. Okay, I say you have a program for the way you choose anything that you choose. You have a program for the way you operate your phone. You have a program for the way you talk, the different multiple ways in which we talk, depending on who we're speaking to. You have a program for the way you move. You see the way I'm animated, the way I'm using my body language. I have a program for the way I do that. Programs are everything that you are conditioned to do. Programs are all the conditions that your current identity embodies. You understand? So not to overwhelm you, I just teach you things because I want you to understand the core of a thing, so you can really and finally completely transformed from a thing. Because how many of you know you should not be healing for 5 years? You should not still be healing from 5 years. So, and I know y'all heard it. And women say that like it's a flex, like it's a badge of honor. Oh, I'm still healing after a year. Damn. You're hearing other women and you're consuming other misguided rhetoric from women. You're always going to be healing. You're always going to be healing. No. I want y'all to get very familiar with this term that I use. Return to sender. I want y'all to get very familiar with it. Return to sender. I reject that. Do you understand what you're casting over your life? Do you understand what you're doing to your cells? Do you understand what you're doing to your heart whenever you speak or regurgitate foolishness like that? You're not supposed to naturally be always broken. Why do you say broken, Venus? Because what is the underlying implication if you're always healing from something or someone? It means that you're what? Say it, my loves. Come on, I know you say it. Put it in the comment section. What does it mean if you always healing? All right, now this is the part where you talk back to me, and we are almost at 100. Y'all keep going after y'all put in this answer. What do you think that implies? If someone is always healing, what does that say that person what does that say that person is also always is? Infinite gratitude, Bridget, for sharing out the always broken. There you go. I don't know about you, but I'm not broken. Pardon me. Baby, I'm not broken, and nor will I ever agree talking about, oh, I'm always broken, I'm always down. I'm not casting that over my life. When I tell you I'm intelligent, I embody it. I don't just tell you I'm intelligent. My actions prove it. My linguistic programming and communication proves it. I don't joke about a lot of things. Don't call me stupid. You can call me silly, yes, because I'm playful. But do not call me stupid. Do not call me ignorant. To a degree, I'm ignorant, yes. But however, y'all understand what I'm saying. Don't know. Return to sender. Okay, because ain't nothing broke over here. I've done the brokenness already for years. Don't want to return to it. I've been doing that for you. I don't want to. That old identity is exactly what I said it is. Old, washed up, washed out, broken, bruised. It's gone. Finito. No, niet, nada. No, thank you. I don't want it over here. No, return to sender. I reject that curse. I reject that spell. Okay, we have to start getting you. I encourage you. Now we have to, however, it's my encouragement. So if I ever say we have to or we need to, just replace that with encouragement because that's what I ultimately mean to say. Okay, I encourage you to start paying attention to your linguistics. I encourage you to start paying attention to what you're accepting that other people are speaking on your life. Because if you and when you start to understand biology, chemistry, and quantum physics, and when you start understanding what an aura is, your bioelectromagnetic field, every time you are in 5 to 6 feet in proximity of a person, y'all are automatically sharing energies. So things that is on them, the frequencies, energies, distortions, all of that is transferred. And I know y'all know this because I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make it real for you. How many of y'all ever walked in a room and you felt something dark? You didn't quite know what it is or where it was exactly coming from, and it was just a group of people. But how many of you felt something very eerie? Or some of you may articulate it and say it's a little scary. It's you Bridget. Correct, right? Sit, organic beauty. I've walked in places and I'm like, or walk near people and I'm like, something is very eerie about you. There's something very dark about you. Even though your appearance look good, even though you look clean, even though you may be smiling like you mean it, your energy is dark. Your aura is eerie, and I don't want nothing to do with you. That's your innocence and your higher self and your intuition telling you that there is a dark energy or dark entities that is in your proximity. And the best thing you can do is, you know what? I really thought I was going to enjoy myself, but no, thank you. Why? Because I'm more important. My life is more important. Why would you and why would you conduct all the necessary spiritual rituals? Why would you do the cleansing? Why would you do all the affirmations? Why would you do the work all for a quick fix that causes you to be around entities, people, and places that carry such dark energies? And you all choose to be around a lot of us. I'll say a lot of us, not you all. A lot of us choose to be around them all day, every day. Ashe? Ashe? Your old identity, this broken mentality is rooted in your old identity. The core of which many of you still think you are. The old identity that is filled with distorted biases, distorted beliefs, fractured thoughts, fractured frequencies in the heart. And you need to understand this. Now, what I'm saying, you don't have to become a philosopher of everything. You don't have to become a philosopher of psychology, of neuroscience, quantum physics, genetics. You don't have to become a philosopher and a practitioner of neurolinguistic programming like I am. You don't have to do that. You don't have to become a philosopher of metaphysics. This is why there are certain people that are gifted and skilled and purpose to do certain things. I've done all of it for you. So when I tell you I have proven frameworks, it's not just proven because I said it's proven. It's proven because I've done my due diligence and practiced and applied and reapplied and reassessed and hit the wall, hit my knees, buckled my knees, elevated, resin, for 15 plus years. I know what I know. And the things that I teach, you can actually go fact check it. And I encourage you to fact check it because you also need to know what I'm teaching you. Okay? Even though I am extremely confident and secure in what I'm teaching you, because I care about my life all too much to play around, because I am just a reflection of you and you are just a reflection of me. We are different versions of expressions of the same infinite source. I'm not going to treat you how I don't treat myself. And I know many of you say, well, treat people how you want to be treated. No, thank you. And again, return to sender, because a lot of you treat yourself horribly. Don't treat me how you treat yourself. No, thank you. It's good. I'm good with treating myself how I need to be treated. And because I'm righteous, because I'm pure as us pure souls are, because I've embodied that for so long, it is easy for me to operate in and with compassion. It is easy to operate with divine love. It is easy for me to want to see you win. It is easy for me not to harbor any jealousy or hate. It is easy for me to celebrate you. It is easy for me to learn from you, because I truly and divinely love myself, and I know I am you. I'm just a different version of you. And we express differently. However, it is undeniable and indisputable that our primary purpose is to accelerate, is to grow and expand. And if we're not doing that, we are decelerating at an alarming rate, and we're self-destructing. And I don't want that from you. Ashe, I do not want that for you. Okay. Now, I really get through the whole lesson. I'm just going to say that now. I really get through all of the lessons. Okay. So in a few minutes, I'm going to, until next time, my FB live stream and my YT live stream. And for those of you, I have a request, if you would allow, if you can, help assist and support the movement, the shift as collectively, and also help me to grow my channel, which is going to allow my message to be seen to all of the other beautiful souls who don't know as of yet that they need it. At some point, would you mind subscribing to my YT channel? For me, that would help me and us tremendously. Infinite gratitude. And for those of you who may not know, if you click the link on my bio once we in the live, there's one of my links is my YT channel. Also, if something that I've said resonated with you, if you feel a connection with me, there is no pressure. If you are interested in seeing what value I can offer you, how I can absolutely help you shift your identity, I am willing to work with you on one-on-one mentorship. And that would, like I said, we meet four times in a month. And among the other benefits, after we do the values elicitation, the assessment, after we target what your core old identity patterns are that no longer serve you, I take you through a series of these. And then by the end of it, the last week, I actually create a 30-day step-by-step, unique, personalized formula for you to follow that can match any goal, any desire, okay, that you have. Okay, for those of you who are serious about it, you can also click the Service Plus button below and just fill out the form, and I'll send you more information so you can further see if we are a good match for each other, because I know I'm not a match for everyone. I don't play around when it comes to people's lives. I don't play around when it comes to my life. I am extremely passionate at what I do. However, I'm not that mentor, coach, or guide that's going to coddle you. And I'm definitely going to love you genuinely and going to tell you the absolute truth with love and compassion. Okay. And sometimes you may say a little ouch. However, I would rather say ouch now on this level than to be hooping and hollering and screaming and crying because now you done hit rock bottom. Don't let that happen to you. You do not have to hit rock bottom in order for you to elevate, in order for you to auto correct. Okay. And I know according to the stats, according to the psychological stats, it states that the average person has to hit rock bottom, has to experience a terminal illness or a disease, or just completely have to lose everything before they figure out that they need to shift their identity, before they start getting serious about the breath of life that they are afforded to every single moment and minute second of and extraordinary second of the day. The average person. I don't think you're average. At least I don't think you're average. I'm not average. I know I'm extraordinary. And I would like for you to know that you are also extraordinary. I also would like for you to know that being extraordinary, embodying the extraordinary, embodying the phenomenon, mastery is also about accountability, responsibility, integrity, honor, and respect for yourself. You will always get in what you put, you will always get what you put in. Your return on investment is determined on your investment. What's returned to you is determined by what you invest. This is why in the beginning of the live, I said we don't get according to just what we speak we want, what we think we want, what we visualize what we want, what we affirm what we want. You get according to your core frequency that is vibrating the highest, depending on the season and moments that you are living in. Do you understand? And so for a lot of you, the results of your reality shows that you are living in lower timelines. You are still connected and embodying faulty, biased, distorted identity characteristics that is causing you to continue to relive your past in your future. This is why the realities that exist on a higher timeline, you cannot pull them toward you. You don't physically go to the present, the future self, the future reality, or physically go to the realities where you were broken, bruised, and taken advantage of and thrown out, discarded, unwanted, right? You exist in the now. This is where you are. And all of your characteristics of your identity houses your frequency, your dominant core frequency. And if they are all filled with past identities of lack and distortions and biases and confusion and misalignments and incoherence, guess what? Your present is always going to be more like your past instead of your present being more like your desired experiences. Ashe? Does that make sense? Infinite gratitude. We are almost at 100. So listen, please hold on for 1 second, TikTok. Infinite gratitude for all of you who have been with me. Stay tuned for the next All Things Mastery live broadcast and live master lesson. You can catch me every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays now, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am the one that loves you wholeheartedly, soulfully. Infinite gratitude for spending your time with me. Until next time, peace.